instantly, you do it 12 times and your voice drops like 2 octaves, I think it is.
I'm gonna be breathing strangely. Please know that I am okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I am not dying. That's so good.
You just need you just need to have a sign that says "I'm not dying" when you're like doing breathing exercises.
Yeah.
So what's the exercise?
Okay, so I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. So when you breathe in through your nose, when you outhale, your mouth is closed, but your tongue is at the top of your roof, and then you're kind of making a weird noise when you're doing it, because you're kind of almost hissing, except it's not hissing. Let me see if I can describe it better after I do it. So when you inhale, you're closing your throat a bit. So your inhale is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so you do that 12 times.
That's crazy. I worked for years to actually raise the pitch of my voice, so I will not be trying that exercise.
Yeah, same here. I'm not doing that.
Because I had a much deeper voice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
I like it. How's your breathing going, Silas? I'm not talking to you.
Alexa turned on us.
Oh, that.
Shut up, Alexa!
Alexa, how are you breathing?
Yeah, how's your breathing?
I was like, I cannot breathe.
Shut up, Alexa!
Alexa, go to sleep. Okay.
Alexa's just freaking out.
Yeah,
But yeah, so now you can hear my voice is actually lower, and I'm not actually trying to
turn
make
on
it
again.
lower.
Oh, damn it.
Every time we say Alexa, it happens.
It's fine.
It can't hear you guys. I hope.
No. Shouldn't be able to.
Alexa.
Yeah,
That would be weird, because we've all got earbeams.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Our Alexa is gone. Like it can read our minds.
Or it's just connected.
Or just Alexa connects
Including
to
my earbuds.
Earbeams, because they're Bluetooth and it steals the Bluetooths.
Oh my god, it's frying my brain.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, it's happening. I knew it was gonna happen.
It has the 5G.
It has the 5G.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's gonna mind control us all.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for everybody to have their videos back and then we'll do a recap.
Yep.
A recap.
But yeah, so
A
anyways,
recap.
you can hear my voice is a lot lower now.
Yeah.
And that's just from the breathing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I won't be doing that one.
Yeah. But if you're ever doing public speaking, people actually will listen to deeper voices than they will higher pitched voices, because it commands attention and it commands
Yes.
respect. That's why
Fucking male dominance.
most women that are successful in businesses, you'll notice they have a lower range compared to ones that are.
I think mostly that has to do with it being annoying as fuck when it's too high. I mean, let's be honest. When I talk to people and I hear their voices and they're like
A
super
squeaky high
high,
is a thing. Yeah.
it's like, dude, you need to tone that shit down a bit.
Yeah, but there's also the subconscious whatever that has to do with it that the lower area draws more.
Oh,
You know what I think it is? If I had to guess it, I bet when our society, people equate it subconsciously to stuff like Barbie, and I bet those people are thought of even subconsciously as being dumber or not as capable. I can almost guarantee it has something weird to do like that.
Yes.
Weird like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I like what
fucking
I like
talk.
what Silas put for number 8. Jax gets yeeted back.
I didn't even read
Wait.
through all of it.
Wait,
You're
what?
not supposed to be reading that. That's supposed to be part of the dialogue.
Oh, I didn't even
Fucking
see all
cheater.
that stuff.
Cheater,
That
wait a
was
second.
me proving I have good memory.
I shouldn't even have your picture up yet. Anyway, I'm taking your picture off of the stream. I'm
What are
gonna do
you
a recap.
doing here? Get out of here.
What are you doing here? You're not even here yet. Anyway, okay. recap. Really easy, really quick.
Oh wait, Sully's not here.
What do you mean?
Who's that?
She's not here.
Has she not been introduced yet? Is it a surprise?
No, it's just because she's not here and it helps me fucking focus.
Oh,
Okay, well,
alright,
I'll
good, alright.
pretend that Amelia is not here right now.
Yeah, Amelia,
Okay,
gone.
alright, Amelia's gone. Got it.
She's a figment of your imagination.
I wonder when she's coming back. That'd be really cool.
That would be
No.
really cool.
Wait, we had
Should've
someone
said-
leave?
Okay.
Good to go.
With just Amelia's voice in the background. Okay.
It's like you can still hear her.
She's still here with us in our hearts. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Oh no, I can't help you. So, if you have not had a long rest on your main characters, please do so. We are starting off very giddy today. We are. It's an exciting day. Oh, super bad nerve pain in my ankle for no reason. Last session, we were on Phenovis. Everybody was trapped within somebody else's storyline, somebody else's timeline, somebody else's home. And you were part of an unnamed group this time, I believe, who were sent on a mission to retrieve some documents and scrolls and like little grimoires of very important information which had to do with opening portals on Phenovis. And there was a group called the Forwards who were doing terrible things with this knowledge that they had stolen from the elves. So you were on Phenovis and you made your way to the city of something, and I can't remember the name because I didn't put it in my notes. I put it in y'all's notes. And last session you had made it into the mine itself, down deep into the dark, where you found a group of mages who were at that very moment struggling to combat a creature that had come through the portal that they had opened. After a lot of shenanigans and terrible things coming through and just smacking the mages of the Forwards, you were able to grab as many documents as you could. I believe it was Adric who snuck around and stole the book off of the lead mage. And as you barely, yes. And as you exited with everything in hand, you were able to meet back up with a couple members of the other two groups that helped you infiltrate this facility. And you were on your way back to the manor at the ranch where you had met up with, or when this whole series started, with a group of people who were just trying their best to survive and save what was left of the people of Phenovis. So, is there anything that your other characters need to talk about before we begin this session? Was there anything y'all felt that was left unsaid?
Don't think so.
Yeah, nothing I could think of. I didn't get to turn anybody into a human cran, and that's disappointing. I feel like that needs to be done.
You're a rogue.
I know. That's, I need to think about that decision going forward.
The important
that's
life
important.
decisions.
Yeah.
We get a final approval from that we got the right books and everything.
Why is your audio weird?
Your voice just went out. Your
Oh,
audio.
okay, it's not me. I thought it was me. 'Cause we've had so many issues lately.
That's just worse.
Yeah, that's weird. It sounds like it's like way far away and it's be.
I don't know what's going on. Is that right?
It's like going in and out.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's clipping your voice. All right.
That was some explosion, though, right?
It was some explosion. Lots of fire. Yes, there was lots of fire between fireballs and walls of fire and booms and
One could say there was a frivolous amount of fire.
grenades from our good friend Terry, and
That's
gifted
true.
by Jace.
Well, we had to cut the string to go up the elevator shaft,
Yeah. The
and then
elevator.
use our barbarian as a meat shield, so we didn't all die.
Terry has the meat
That's
shield.
right.
The shield Barian.
The shield barrier. Yeah.
That's right.
It was
Still
great.
broken?
No, it's just quiet. I can turn you up. Let me see.
He tanked the fucking ceiling for us, and we appreciate
Man.
that.
I don't know what I did. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
that
good.
sounds better.
Talk again.
Hello, this is Dorus.
Sing for me.
Sing? I can't sing.
Okay.
Become the
Breathe
bard you're
loudly.
meant to be.
I know. Just.
I don't know the Russian songs.
Oh, that would be so cool. You have such a
Moscow,
great.
Moscow. be the-
You have such a great timbre to your voice. I didn't know that you didn't sing. Sounds like you would. Anyway.
What I was asking is, did we get like a confirmation that we got the right books and the things we stole?
Oh yeah.
Yes. So upon your return to the manor, meeting back with the people that are their names gone. You, Lena. Lena will give you her undying gratitude for actually finding them. It's the first time that they've actually been able to retrieve the materials that they've been after. There's supposed to be a couple of different copies, and from what she can understand, she's not, arcane gifted, but these seem to be much more. The notes seem to be much more thorough than any of the other ones that they've had rumors of. So she allows you to rest while she waits for the other two groups to make their way back. And as you gather some of the very meager rations here and try and find something to eat, suddenly the scene around you changes. And you're back in the fields on your way to the mine. And it's blurry. And then suddenly it's back into the valley itself, and the explosions are going off all around you, and there's fire. Then forward again in time, and you feel the heat of the flame wall in front of you. Over everything, you hear, "No, you shouldn't have interfered. The not Vexavarians are a thread of fate that is woven in the tapestry." Time again swings back to the old ranch as you're waiting for the others. You hear another voice. "Someone was attempting to target them for an open hunt. Then let them confront it! Struggle, succeed or fail, but let them fight!" A blur of memories, many from before the Drig, of these people's families and friends, maybe even childhood children. But many of them are dead. They cannot fight when they are unconscious, Child of Light. This is bad. You didn't have faith in the variants, Wanderer. We go where our paws are led. Not by faith, you know this. The memories shift and begin blending with your own. Eoway and Jax's and Nemu's and Dorus's. Shh. Listen. They're back. A reconvergence! You all awaken in an unknown place to the sound of waterfalls, and a heavy mist hangs in the air. The first thing you see is Zane jumping and buzzing everywhere into your faces. Hey! You're back! Okay, look, it's been a week, and I promised I would come and visit in a week, and I'm here, and it has been a week. So I need all the info, all the deets, the juicy bits. You got bigger, stronger, more heroic. Tell me what happened.
What the fuck happened?
Is he talking about like where we?
He hasn't seen you guys in a week.
Oh, so we weren't dreaming for a week.
He's just visiting us and wanting to know what happened in the last week.
Yeah, he said that he would wait a week to visit you guys. Last time you saw him.
Well, we found a crazy cave with a bunch of spirits in it. That was weird.
Then we fought a mountain.
What?
We did fight a mountain. That's true.
How do you fight a mountain?
It may still explode. We are not sure.
What exploded? The mountain exploded? You stabbed? Okay, look. I don't know what the heck you've been through, but that sounds really, really interesting. First things first, how do you fight a mountain? I need to know these things because I've never fought a mountain. Not that I've ever really fought anything, but that. How did you fight a mountain?
Well, the mountain was a sort of installation, and inside of the mountain was lots of illusion magics and other types of magics that were pretty dangerous, really. So we fought the things off, and well, the little one over there, points to the little dragon, he figured out how to turn the mountain off, basically, and saved us.
Yeah, it's full of energy, and it was gonna like explode or something. I don't know. And it's like dripping energies into the water, and the water got all crazy, and we wanted to stop it, but we don't really know what we did again. But hopefully it works out well. At least I think it will. Maybe.
Yeah, you know the whole mentality of fuck around and find out? We kinda lived it. Now we just gotta wait and find out.
This is exciting. Shh. Listen. Sully. The last thing that you hear. Do not know when we will meet again, Sully, but I have faith it will happen exactly when it is needed most. May your heart burn bright and your spirit guide you through the darkness ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. This is... I never thought I would meet a dragon. I don't know. It's like those was just dreams and legends that my mother told me about, and seeing my uncle is just I can't thank you enough.
Of course. It was my honor to meet you. Rondon kind of puts his arm around your shoulder and gives you like a loving little hug. It's time. Shall
Yes. I'm ready.
Zane, for all of the others, points. Over there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! And then he'll zip around as a rift begins to open. Nothing but darkness beyond. Those who saw Sully leave would find it a little familiar. It begins slowly expanding, crackling a little bit with energy, and the heat from it evaporates the moisture around the portal. And out steps Sully and a Keenson, which is the wolfkin that used to be here on Avenvon. Those from Avenvon haven't seen a Keenson since the disruption. I will leave it to you guys. Zane is just like zipping around everybody, waiting for everybody to like come together.
Holy shit!
Is this real? I turn my light on my staff and shine it over there.
It is real. You're right. So I don't know what happened.
Where did you come from?
You told me. I don't know. There's like this portal. How long has it been?
Oh.
Think
Time
several
is a
weeks
little
at
weird.
least.
Wait, one at a time.
Time's a
One
little
at a time.
strange.
Several weeks on
What
this
is
plane, at
time?
least.
Several weeks. I felt like I was there for months. 2 months,
I
maybe.
believe we were It's only been days since you've disappeared.
What? Only been days.
It's been about a week, I think.
Well,
Jesus, it's only been a week. It seems like a lot longer than
Feels like
that.
longer to me
Wait,
too.
hold on, I'm counting.
I mean,
I think
it seems like it's been a week since we fought the mountain.
It's been about, I would say about 2 weeks now. Y'all
Okay.
don't, but yeah, about 2 weeks, yeah.
That
I thought
makes
we
a little
spoke
more
to Zane
sense.
a week ago.
a week.
So wait. So what? Wait. What's his or her name?
Wait,
Is
my
that
uncle.
What is that?
It is a Kinsen.
Where did you come from?
Well, I was.
Supposed to be gone.
No.
Well, technically, we are. I was in Mala
Take a vacation or what? What do you mean?
Well, the disruption. Our people had to go into stasis, I guess would be the best way to put it. God damn it. Our people are safe. I went to the Mala to talk with friends. And that is when where I found Soligan.
Wow. I mean, hey, I don't want to be rude, but is our little dragon buddy around here?
Yeah, as soon as you woke up, she's like wrapped around your neck.
Sully, look. Her name's Nima. I named her
Where did you
because I have
find?
a great imagination.
Hold on. How did you find a dragon? Where did you find
I
a dragon?
don't quite remember. I think we got ported somewhere. We get ported to a lot of different places. And it's just
Yes.
kind of like a big dragon said, here, you need to go or something. And it followed us and it almost died when we fought the mountain, but then we brought it back to life.
I believe it was the same time
Oh,
you
yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah, it came out. It came out when you went in. It was like a trade. But a really weird trade.
Interesting. I'm going to roll for history. 13. Do I know what kind of dragon this is?
Yeah, it's a pseudo dragon. It is yeah, it's a pseudo dragon. So it's a much smaller it's a much smaller species of dragon. They are sentient in a way, but they see things in a very naive way versus
Interesting.
how you know that the dragon species itself sees things in a very pointed way, almost selfish way sometimes. But the pseudo dragons are much more free. You would like if you think of like fey creatures and kind of how you would feel them to be like just enjoying life and exuberant, that would be the pseudo dragons.
Yeah, so it was like a weird portal trade. You went in, it came out. We've been hanging out ever since.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Can you talk to her, to Nima?
Yeah, Nima could talk.
Yeah.
Nima, say something to Soli. You guys are trade buddies after all.
You smell like pith.
That was the nerdiest joke ever, Jess. The fucking 1x/Unix joke. God damn it.
There is only 3 of you guys who get that. That is hilarious. Y'all are all laughing and we're all going, I don't get it.
So you do know Pyth. You met Pyth.
Well, of course
You
I
met
know
the-
Pyth. We lived in the same area. I wouldn't call us friends, but we knew of each other, and you smell like him.
Yes, I was training with them for a while. Learned some really interesting moves. Some interesting spells. And and harness my magic even more. Try to control it. It can be not as difficult as it was before, so I think I have better control of it.
So Zane zips over. Yeah, see, more heroic. I knew it. I knew
Yes.
it. I knew it. I knew it. And see, if you would have interfered, Wanderer, it would have happened even sooner. No, but you had to interfere, didn't you? Galen just shakes his head as he walks over to Rondon, the Keemson, and they begin talking.
Yeah.
And you get a strange vibe that as they kind of clasp forearms and smile at each other, and Pepper starts rubbing up against Rondon's legs, that they know each other very well. It's a little strange.
Yeah.
Is Galen here?
Yes, and Pepper.
So, did you say Pepper knows Gallant or knows Rondon, or the pseudo dragon knows Rondon?
The pseudo dragon seems familiar with Rondon, but not friendly. But
The cat's rubbing
Rondon,
on his legs.
yeah, Rondon, Galen, and Pepper all seem very, very familiar.
What's Galen and Pepper?
I'll let y'all say who Galen and Pepper are.
Well,
I
look,
mean,
welcome back, Sully. The Leonin friend of ours.
Yes.
Friend loosely.
I'll
Is
give
that-
them a hug. I'll give each of them a hug.
And the furry tiny one is Pepper.
Pepper. Galen. What? You made lots of new friends.
Galen's a
Pretty-
witch.
As a witch.
Reach out and like pat Sully on the shoulder just to like make sure it's not an illusion.
No, I'm real.
Quietly, and then be like, "It's so good to have you back."
Yeah. Feels weird being back for some reason. I don't know. I just have to get accustomed to this role. Good, except I was in a
Probably
different.
Probably will not have to wait too long for us to get into some mischief again. Seems to come quickly to us.
It does. Like magnets.
Zane zips around. Group hug, group hug, group hug. I miss you guys. Times go by so differently here, and I have been like, oh my god, so busy, and it's been years. Well, maybe not years, but a really long time since I've seen you guys, and yeah. So, what's next?
I just imagine.
I just want
Zane
you to
is
know.
on-
Fully.
Yeah.
Doris missed you a lot. He asked about you a lot. He was very concerned.
I can imagine. I mean,
How
I
Jack
it's concerned.
sits
disappeared.
quietly.
It's disappeared. It's like that. It's gone. But I'm back. That's the important thing. I'm back.
I'll go give Sully a hug too.
Oh,
It's nice to have you back.
thank you. It's good to be back.
Are we done kissing ass yet? Let's just keep a move on.
Oh fuck. Nope.
We're
No, I'm just
enjoying our
part
time
of
over
this.
here.
What's
Where
Uncle
are you
Oh
Robert?
going?
yeah, whoop-de-doo.
I'm looking around. Where are we?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
So as you look around, you're gonna love this. You seem to be on some kind of rocky plateau, and you are surrounded by beautiful ferns and lush trees. And there's this massive waterfall not far away that is filling this area with the mist that still hangs heavy in the air.
Oh, great. Was this magical mist?
It's from the waterfall. It's moisture.
From the magical water?
It's not all bad, guys.
Okay. All right.
It's not
I
all-
sense
Making
magic
sure.
fuckery about.
there's magical fuckery going on.
I can just hear you saying it's not all bad, but this one is.
But this one is.
But this is not good.
as y'all are catching up, and so Lee, you kind of gather in where you are, and the smells are incredibly familiar to you. You walk over a little bit closer to the edge of this overhang, and you realize that you're on a cliff. And staring straight down, you are about halfway up a mountain. And as you glance out, you see the very familiar grasslands and low-lying trees and shrubbery of Feely Fields. You are right now at Wolfden Falls.
No way.
I'll pull it
Did
up.
we get carried
wanna-
here or teleported? I turned to Galen.
Oh, y'all are really heavy. You know that? So, there's this thing. When you're trying to move a group of people, like Pepper is very small. And it's much easier for me to move her.
Yeah.
You know, we can move quite a bit of distance very quickly, but when you're dragging along, and he looks pointedly at Dorus, and then he looks pointedly at Nima. Y'all are heavy. So we kind of skipped, hopped, and jumped up here.
Who are you?
I'm so sorry. My name is Galen. I'm Galen.
That's I don't know. That's
The
suspicious.
witch.
So how do you
I am not a
know
witch.
How did you know my uncle? Are you a witch? Hold on.
I'm not a witch. I think that was Pepper, right? Please tell me I'm not wrong. Me and your uncle have a lot of history. Uncle? He kind of like looks over at Rondon. It's been a while. This is a. Go ahead.
You found something he didn't know for once. Damn bastard even knows how many of us are gonna be somewhere before we get there.
So how did you guys ended up with a witch? Or
I am not a witch.
okay, so why are they calling you a witch?
Because they have a lot of preconceived notions and a little bit of bias. When I've done nothing but help them. Zane gets zips into his face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's pretty cool.
You
So-
didn't help. You interfered.
Oh.
What is your source? What is your source of power? Like, where did you? Do you have? I mean, are you like a wizard, or do you have like some
Wait.
entity or something?
He's an alchemist.
He's an alchemist.
Yes, I am an
I
alchemist.
didn't.
You
Look,
are
I
not.
didn't say you were a bad witch. I just said you were a witch.
Wait a minute. Do we remember the shit that we just went through? Is anybody else going to talk about the crazy dreams that we just had?
We've
Is
had
that
those
your
before,
doing?
and we got immediately
shouldn't be
attacked
normal.
last time.
We shouldn't be using
Just-
this kind of stuff.
Next time, just wake us up. We'll walk here instead of crazy history dream stuff.
But I was a badass. Is anybody else a badass?
Do we all have the same dream? Like, we all have the same memory of working with together?
Yeah.
I think, we're all badass.
I just look
That's
off in the
true.
distance,
I don't know if you would realize who was
imagining
who.
the different explosions.
I don't know if you would realize who was who by just looking at your group. You would know who you were, so you could deduce that the people around you wouldn't be that person. But otherwise,
I was a giant monster crawling out the portal, eating everyone. It was great.
I was for sure the big barbarian guy with the giant sword. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, what business do you have in Wolfden Falls? And I mean, pretty Kills is right here. What brought you guys here?
We fell asleep.
You fell
That is
asleep.
what brought us here.
Interesting. What was the next? I don't know. I remember we were dealing with some. I don't know. Was it a god? No. is one of the ways.
Rosie?
Ambrosi, yes. Were we headed somewhere else?
Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked.
We got sidetracked.
We had to go to the mountain.
To the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the-
because the water from the mountain was leaking into the ground, and animals were drinking it, and they were going crazy.
They were going crazy.
So we thought it'd be a great idea to go there without any plan,
Oh, that's
like we do.
They tried
And
to
I-
fix the water. That was planned.
Oh,
Did y'all fix it?
nope, probably
No.
not.
We did something. We just
I definitely
sure.
jumped off
We
a
did
mountain.
things.
But it,
We
okay.
fixed it. We fixed it like we fixed the other problem.
Yes.
We just kind of twiddled with it until something different happened.
What about the Tabaxi, the toxic that we were looking for?
This is gonna be good.
Well,
We had
We'll
a
let-
small
we'll let-
argument about this topic, but we ended up sending it back to Mason Hollow to enter with the and to let's see, repay debt there.
So she's there.
yes,
She's
I have
supposedly.
a bit of regret, as I would like to have stabbed her.
yeah. I don't.
I still say I think she was pawned, not necessarily under her own free will for the entire time.
I don't know. She might have
hope
been
you're right.
on, but
Let's hope
she
you're
sure
right,
didn't have a whole
Travis.
lot of remorse. She didn't seem very remorseful. As a matter of fact, it seems
Didn't-
like she said she'd do it again.
Then why did you let them go? Why did you let her go?
Who is she?
She
What-
is a deceiver.
But Soli seems to know more about her. I'm curious.
No, she's the one that caused the last thing Soli was part of was Maze and Hollow, and she was the one who caused everything in Maze and Hollow.
Yeah, right.
That's why I wanted
Okay.
her to pay, like, work for them or whatever to pay back, sort of.
I don't know.
She
But-
seemed charmed to me.
It was partly a trick.
She was
Furniture.
definitely a pawn, almost like we are pawns for others as well.
She's probably scheming something. You know, she's being all nice and everything, and then when the right time comes, she would do something that'll make things worse.
And when that time comes, we'll just go back, find her, and then deal with her with a little more prejudice.
Which she seemed like she wanted to jump in front of a moose, to be honest with you.
Do people normally jump in front of mooses?
They don't.
If you're trying to off yourself, yes, maybe.
I feel like there would be much more efficient ways.
I don't know, it would kill me. I'm small. Never heard of death by moose trampling? Happens all the time to us, Owlin.
All right, so
You had moose in the desert.
All right, my ass is itching. We need to get a move on.
yes, I was gonna ask. So what's next? What are we? The variants. What are we doing?
We
So
were
we-
going to go find another seat, so
Yes.
guess we head
yes.
back down that. Well, wherever the fuck we are. Start
We're,
heading
we're,
there
we're in
from here.
Filipinos. This is my home. I used to come here all the time when I was a kid.
I look
Until
over
my
at Galen
uncle
and I'm
died.
like, "Did you bring us here for reasons other than to get Sully back?"
Or did you use your witch magic to know things?
Not a witch. I brought you here because this is where my paws led me. Wait, what?
Remember Akarium from Malazan?
Uh,
He had a loyal follower too. Mappo. So fun.
So Pepper's a cat, right? Or what was?
Yeah.
Pepper
It's
is a
a
cat.
feline. It's a feline companion.
It's
cat.
a fel-
He doesn't like being called a cat. Don't say that in front of her, you'll make her angry.
Wait, Soli, since you've been here before, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, but
Do you know anything like if catnip grows around here?
catnip. I mean, you can
Like-
find it in the capital. In Tor.
Shit.
Can you have your little tea friend find some? It might be good to search it out, you know.
I guess I could see if he would.
Yeah, I've never seen catnip grow around here.
Are we gonna
Does Sully
sway
know
Gallon's
about
drink?
Puds?
No, I don't think. Wait, yes, because Puds was in the the Temple of the First Ones.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna bring out Puds and be like, "Hey, buddy. Yeah, I know there's nothing really to make tea around here, but
Oh, the tea.
if you can find some catnip, you want to go search around and see if you can find anything?"
He just kind of
'Cause,
like flattens into a little puddle.
I know. We'll make some tea again soon. This is for our feline friend over there as a thank you for their hospitality.
He just kind of like, bloop, bloop. And he'll zip off and go see if he can find something.
Much obliged. All right. Well, since you were no use to us, Sully, Puds is gonna help.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'll be impressed if Putz finds some catnip. It'll probably have to
It's
go all the way to the
impressive.
capital and find some catnip because I've never seen catnip around here.
I mean, it's impressive that he's got a piece of water that has like a personality and stuff.
It is very
That's
impressive.
impressive. It seemed almost disappointed that you weren't making tea with it.
Yeah, well, the dude's kind of one-sided. Just like me, he's bored of the shit that we're doing here, so
What would you rather do?
go find the damn seat. Tired just sitting around here talking.
Do you not, value rest?
I can rest when I'm dead, and
I
apparently
believe
we
we
just woke up anyway, so I don't want to rest anymore.
We just rested for like a week, didn't we?
4 days?
Great, enough rest.
I don't feel like I rested. I got smashed into a ceiling.
Hold on. How do you
Y'all
get
have
smashed?
some weird-ass dreams.
Jax, did you wake up on the wrong side of the cot?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Must have been those dreams you all had.
Wow. Jax is angry. I think
Hi.
we should give him some space.
If I look on the map, do I know where Wolfden Falls like should be and like where we might be on the map, or is that like a secret?
No. Y'all are familiar with where Wolfden Falls is.
Oh no, yeah,
Um,
I'm super familiar.
Yeah, you are super familiar with it.
I'm just wondering how we got dragged like 200 miles.
Skip, hop, and a jump. Lots of them.
Yeah,
And 4 days of sleep, apparently.
And 4 days of sleep.
Apparently.
Okay, so yeah, y'all were in Mindrum Mountains, fairly far south. And
Like
in
how many miles is that?
It's let me look at the map that has the grid. I think each square, what did we say it was?
I thought like each square was a day,
Yeah, I think each square was a day. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6,
so about 30 miles.
9, 10, 11-ish days, but that is through extreme terrain the majority of those days. And you cannot travel through Thoughtflora peaks.
Did they bring the
Oh
horse
no,
with them?
no.
Did
Oh,
they
yeah.
leave animals behind?
No, Atomos is here. But strangely
Okay.
enough, he did not look to Atomos to say he was heavy. So heavy must have a different connotation according
Okay, now
to
I'm
Callan.
insulted.
Yeah, you could be insulted.
Well, Atmos wasn't asleep. I imagine he was like holding one of us.
Atmos seems incredibly healthy, and he's a little bit put off that you haven't noticed that his mane is back and it's braided. He's a little bit like nose up in the air to you, EOA.
Who's Adamos?
You know Atomos. Atomos is his horse. Atomos.
Oh,
Yeah. Atomos' personality has apparently come out while you've been gone.
Spent too much time with the cat.
Too much time with the cat. That is right.
You missed the entire cave scene of I'm dead.
Yeah, somebody spoke with animals and the horse just went off crazy. It was hilarious.
He was drowning.
Yeah, I fell in the water with him, and all he was thinking is like, "I'm dead, I'm dying, everything sucks, it's terrible, I hate this."
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
You have to go rewatch that one if you watch any of the episodes.
Yeah.
You missed.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was named, but yeah, that was a good one.
Was that the one Jax came back to? Because that was a whole
Yes.
fuckload of an episode.
Yes, that was. It was the day Jax came back, and he was like, "Hi guys, it's so good to see you. It's been so long." Yeah, that was that episode.
And then my internet died on me.
Yes.
Oh, rip.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's hilarious, Soli. It's like the most perfect timing it could ever go dead completely. Because it was basically like he was just like, "Nope, fuck this, I'm out," and then he just disappears.
Yeah. What
Perfect.
was that? It was.
I was actually gone for like a minute previously. That's
Yeah.
when Discord decided to shut me out.
21. Session 21. I have to upload it again because that's been so long. Yeah, session 21.
Yes.
Do you have
yeah.
these on YouTube?
No, I need to upload them all to YouTube. I'll work on that this week and I'll let y'all know.
So what we're doing?
I don't know. Like every
waiting
time
on
y'all ask
Bud.
Galen, every time y'all ask Galen a question,
Yeah.
y'all interrupt each other, and he's just like, okay.
We were
I'm
looking
gonna
at the
go-
map. We were looking at the map to see how far we've gone, and then other than that, I was waiting on Puds to return to see if he has anything.
Oh yes, Atmos.
Oh, yeah,
That's where we
Atmos.
deviated.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll go over to Uncle Ron then.
Okay. He seems to be having a conversation with Galen in the interim that he is being interrupted by everybody's questions.
So how do you two know each other? I don't know. I don't think you ever mentioned to me Galen. They call him a witch, but he says an alchemist.
And he kind of looks over to Galen and he's like, Galen? Really? Well, yeah, I thought it was appropriate. No.
I would like to point out that only Yahweh said that he was a witch.
Yeah, of course. Which is funny because Pepper is the witch. It's like, and I think somebody found that out. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Jax. Yeah, it was
I never
Jax.
was in that conversation, so I
know.
just believe it.
Yeah. We know each other from long ago. I know him as the Wanderer. He he just every so often would appear and we would spend some time together and sometimes even travel together. That's you know what? There are plenty of stories that we can tell. We have had many a travel and some very, very interesting events have happened to us. Campfire stories. We'll tell some tonight.
Oh, I love campfire stories. How does Galen look? How does this?
He is the most regal Leonin you've ever seen. He holds himself in a very not like snooty way, but he's very confident in himself. He's just kind of smiling as Rondon is talking and kind of laughs about the campfire stories. Yeah, it's been some times for sure, but Rondon is what we I don't know him as Rondon, but that doesn't really mean much here, does it?
Wait,
So
hold
where are we
on.
going next?
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
By what?
You say you don't You don't know him as
It's a
Rondon?
secret.
Well, no.
you're-
So, you know, he calls me Wanderer, and I call it's just nicknames.
Nicknames. Okay.
Yeah. I call him Sentinel. He calls me Wanderer. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
What about your friend Pepper?
Oh, Pepper. She's my companion.
Is she capable of alchemy too, or
No,
no?
but she does cook an amazing meal.
She cooks.
Yes.
I've never seen.
She can set up camp too. Quite
Whoa.
well.
It's very, very impressive.
Biologically, that shouldn't be possible.
Right. So
No offense.
we're waiting on the puddle.
Yes.
Is that,
So,
I look at the map and I see that we are here in Wolfden. There's a blue marker on here from the temple originally. Is there possible there's a seat here?
maybe Wolfden Falls is very mystical, in my opinion. It's a very relaxing place for me. So
If I
then,
remember
Perhaps we did not afford to go then.
Sentinel, would you like to tell them why you're named Sentinel? No? He is the watcher for...
I was just gonna say, does he watch over things? That's
That
what
makes
that's
sense.
supposed to mean, right? Stands watch of what, Sentinel?
Of the ruins of Wolfden Falls.
Just Wolfden Falls?
So is this Rondon you're talking to?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the Sentinel thing somewhere.
So, Rondon calls Galen the Wanderer. Galen calls Rondon the Sentinel. Here, I'm gonna drop some of this in here, in our chat. So these are the names that you have heard in the last few sessions.
gotcha.
So while you were dipping into the dream, you heard Galen call Imrosi the Dreamer. You heard Galen call Zane the Child of Light. And then Galen called Rondon the Sentinel. And then Rondon calling Galen the Sentinel. And also Imrosi called Galen calling Galen the Wanderer. Imrosi also called him that.
Where did you meet Imrosi? I heard you saying stuff when we fell asleep.
I'm
Galen.
sorry, what? What do you mean meet Imrosi?
Weren't you speaking to Imrosi?
When?
Can I detect thoughts?
Yes.
Will that make this easier?
So in his mind, he's like very surface thoughts. He's very, very excited to see who he knows as the Sentinel. It has been, from what you can tell, a really long time since they've seen each other. Longer than a natural lifetime, at least. So that's a little odd because you're kind of like getting blips of these memories of their travels together and you're like, wait, that's not there. There's no trees there anymore, or that's a forest and it used to be, or, you know, and they're seeing it in a different way. And you know, like just by landmarks, especially during your current travels. Do you want to try and delve deeper? It's a save, right?
And he'll know.
Yeah, he'll know
he
you're
will
doing
know.
it.
I think we did this before, but making sure. Was there like, can I like try to perceive any illusions about Galen? If he's like a first one in disguise or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Intelligence?
Yeah, you can roll intelligence.
Who knows? 17.
Hold on just 1 second.
My Arcana, or yeah, just 17.
So- Okay. It's strange. It's not y'all have run into quite a few illusions since y'all have gotten together and all of it, and your not long history together. It doesn't seem to be an illusion. And he seems incredibly comfortable in his skin. However, you do get the feeling that he would be incredibly comfortable in anyone's skin. I don't know how else to put that.
He's good as anything.
Yes, but it's not an illusion.
Uh,
I just whisper to myself, which.
So, question for you, Galen.
Of course.
What brought you to? I don't know. What motivates you to be with us, as a group?
So, funny story, actually, how I met your friends. And he seems, EOA, if you still have the detect thoughts thing going, his mind just ignites with excitement about like the subject changing. And so I was minding my own business. I had found this lovely little town. Lovely little. Anyway, so I was following my paws. And he just kind of gestures to Pepper as she snorts a little bit at him. We were following our paws, as we do, and we ended up in this lovely little town, and they had this storeroom. It was abandoned. I didn't steal.
Can I get his true thoughts on the town?
He loved that it was empty.
I mean, you didn't need to mention that you not stealing or anything. I mean, I didn't assume that you were a thief.
Right. So the reason I prefaced with that is because they had a wonderful storeroom of herbs. Now, many of them were like, dried, but not sterilized way. Everybody was dead and gone. So,
lovely.
The herbs had just been left in the storerooms, and some of them were at least packaged correctly or had been hung properly to dry. Anyway, they had herbs. I took the herbs, and because I'm an alchemist, I decided that I should just set up shop for a while. Not that there was anybody to sell to, but it's a figurative thing.
Yes.
And to see what I could create from this area. There's a very strange aura about. So I sat and we worked and we worked and we worked. And once the potion vial of stuff was complete, it just so happened that at that very moment, no, half a moment before it was complete, your friends arrived.
I'll hold up the vial.
That one.
What's the
Quite
vial
proud
for?
of it. I have
What
no
is it?
idea.
So,
Would you like to find out?
I mean, what were you thinking of making? I don't know, like, what were you have, like, anything you want to make? You wanted to make?
No.
Or, no?
I follow it's just instinctual. It's just a thing that keeps happening.
Got it. Did you try it?
Yeah.
Did you taste test it? Did you taste it?
Oh, no, it's not something you want to ingest.
Okay. So what are you supposed to do with it? Just
Oh, I don't
hang
know.
on to it?
I just, when it was done, it would either belong to somebody who appeared, or it would just go into the box with the rest.
I thought alchemists like doing things that are functional, that do something. Not just vials of nothing, or randomness. I don't know.
Can I actually do a taste test on it?
You can. Are you gonna dip a finger?
Yep, just like my pinky. Get like the very tip of the nail and then lick it.
It doesn't stick. It is almost as if it's like two of the same poles of a magnet. It just kind of like ever so slightly you can see it. It just kind of moves away from you.
Can I sniff it? Or actually, Doru sniff it.
Yeah, I'll walk over and I'll smell it first of all. But I want to pull out one of the charged crystals from the place we were just at and put it next to it and see if it like retracts from it or is attracted to it or anything. Need me to make a smell check?
Chaotix, yeah, that's fine. The crystal.
Yeah, it's charged with like the force power from the mountain, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how it would react. You know what? Make a perception check for me. For the
A
visual.
smelly one or no? Okay.
The visual. And then we'll do another one for the smelly one.
23.
Can I assist
Holy
with the
shit.
visual one? Or I guess not. No.
Yeah, 23. So as you get the, and I'm sure EOA is incredibly interested in this as well. As you kind of get the crystal closer to whatever it is inside, because it doesn't seem to be a liquid, obviously. You've seen those like potions that people make with like the edible glitter, and it kind of has like that weird movement to it, no matter if it's sitting still.
Yes.
It's similar to that, but not as apparent. You can see some kind of movement within when the crystal is right next to it. It's just that very, very subtle kind of shift. Now you can do a smell check.
$19 total.
I need you, I'm sorry, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
I killed the elephant.
25?
25. Whew, that was close. Okay, so as you inhale and you immediately pick up on the smell of, this is going to be really weird. It's not the smell of the people whom you ran into at the temple. It is the smell of the magic they used. You pick up a smell of the shallows, of the shatter, of the smell that permeates the air when Nimu's magic goes crazy, the smell of Soli, her specific magic, and even Nima, Nima, that has a very specific, like, otherworldly smell. A little bit of the power of Imrosi. It's not a physical smell that anybody else would be able to really perceive. It is an idea of what something is. And then your being expands.
Whoa.
It is as if
Whoa.
your And it's this pressure within your body as you feel almost like your soul is trying to explode out. You can feel almost the movement of the blood in your veins, every little nerve ending that is currently going off, the air, the moisture, how the beads are forming on your skin. And the pressure is building and building and building. And suddenly, it fades. Somehow, some way, you are able to contain yourself from that.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Darus?
Some very strong stuff. I would
What
be
is it?
careful with
Tell
it.
him. What is this? You have to know. There's no way an alchemist doesn't know what they're making.
I'll just put the stopper back onto it.
You have to know. Like,
Um,
how does an alchemist not take pride on what they're doing? You have to know what you're trying to do.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
See? So, first off, every potion that you've ever taken started off as an experiment.
Of course.
Somebody figured that out. That is what I am a scientist.
Yes,
I
but aside,
experiment.
you experiment, but you didn't do that. I don't think. Did you sniff it? Did you taste it?
Well, no, because as soon as it filled up, they appeared and I handed it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I ever try and drink something that I didn't know what it did? Hi,
I mean-
Simpaticos, it's good to see you. Sorry.
It's called
But
experimenting.
work drink it.
I thought you like to experiment. That's what somebody who experiments does.
Right.
Yes,
well,
we are test subjects for you.
So test subject.
well, I would assume that when the time was right, you would know what it was needed for. That's kind of how this thing works. It's happened a few times in the past. It's just I go and I experiment in something. Sometimes I make things and nobody appears. So I just kind of put it aside and save it for later. Though it's... You know what? Never mind. Anyway, so it just so happened that this time was one of those times that somebody appeared.
Interesting. You are a very peculiar person. You know that.
I'm the peculiar one.
Yes.
And he just kind of looks around at your group. That's an odd statement. So, Jax, during all of this Q&A and apparent, breaking apart of y'all's good friend Galen, you are able to sneak away.
Whoa.
And I need you to make an investigation check.
Wow. A nat 1, and since my modifier is -1, that's a 0.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just sitting there fucking walking away. Damn, that little bastard should be around here some fucking tail should be back by now.
She did say we're on a cliff, so
Falls off a cliff.
Yeah, well, it's a large area. It's big enough for a waterfall and an area with the trees and the plants and this lush, it just drops off, as a mountain full of waterfalls would do. So in your, it's not anger. It's emotional anguish, of course, right? That Jax molds into anger. So as you're walking and cursing and kicking at plants, maybe slapping a branch or two, one of them is going to slap you in the back of the head, as that happens, and over the roar of the waterfall, you hear a strange bubbling. It's almost like laughter that water would have. This, of course, takes you a while because 0. And you find Puds. Like, he just looks like this little firefly of freedom. He is found this tiny puddle, and around it are like these really strange flowering plants and little small groupings of ground covers and mushrooms and these beautiful vines. It's like this beautiful little oasis. And he's just kind of like, and he's like hopping from like every single little thing, and his body will kind of surround a leaf here and there, and he'll settle down onto one of the ground covers and just kind of, and then he'll jump back up, and he's having the time of his life right now.
I'm gonna drop down to my knees and just in the most pureness of the scenario just start crying, just letting that stuff that I'm just holding on to just out while watching Puds in his just innocence, and just sit there and watch him.
Are we near him?
No, he wandered off while y'all were doing this thing.
Right.
So he does continue, and every so often you can see his colors change and shift as he absorbs different leaves and plants and flowers, and then he like drops into the puddle, the small pool of water that's there, and disappears within, of course. But when he reappears, he's just kind of like skimming across the top of the water and is once again crystal clear. It takes him quite a bit to see you. And then the joyful sounds suddenly stop. And it's not a mournful stop. You get the feeling of understanding and acceptance. And he just kind of bounces in front of you for like half a second. And he seems to be kind of studying you. And then he'll bound off as he's already tasted every single plant and flower in the area. And he comes back this beautiful amber color with like a swirl of this red from some flower that he's touched. And he just kind of comes back and he's just like waiting for a cup.
I'm just gonna put out both of my hands to make a cup out of my hands.
So he'll settle in, and it doesn't take long. And then as he reemerges, his color is now clear, and he's a little bit smaller, but you have just enough tea in your hands to where it will not spill. And as you take a sip, it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It would be like at that moment, if you had found the people that you belong to, and they just hugged you. That is the feeling that you get from Puds' tea.
Damn, little buddy. I needed this. I know I sent you out to find something that isn't tea stuff, but then I almost lost you, and shit, man. I was just trying to do something nice for Pepper, because she worked so hard to give us shit, and we didn't respect her, and then I almost lost you, and just all this shit of solely coming back, and damn, it's good to see her again, but does that mean that we can lose her again? I mean, fuck. But I found you, and you made me this tea. Best damn tea I've ever had.
He comes up and in a that strange little like pseudo limb way, like wipes away some of your tears, and then suddenly like perks up, like, you know, just kind of not quite so puddle-like, and he zips off, and he comes back, and he's this like, it's not beautiful. It's a muddy color. It's kind of muddy. It's just not grand. It's a little milky, it's brown, and it doesn't look tasty. And you get the idea that this might be for Pepper.
Much obliged. I won't ask you to pick up non-tea stuff again. This is just, I don't know, trying to do something different. But I'm gonna look around for something that I can. Well, I'm sure I have some kind of container on me, some sorts,
Yeah,
to put it
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Thank you, and we just play for a little bit. It's been a while. We've been through a lot.
Oh, he will happily play. He does not get a chance often enough.
I'm just gonna sit there and watch him play now.
Okay. So, sorry. Back to the variants. Minus a Jax. A Jax bear. The cat is a god or something. Spike the milk. I would never, drink that. So I also didn't get the chance to do the trial and error and all the testing and make sure it's perfect. It just happened when it happened.
And then you met everybody else, right? When you finish your bio or whatever.
What about it?
What episode do you guys decided to leave? I mean, I guess that's what you call yourself, the Wanderer, right? Yes, you just wander.
Yes. So generally, there are very few times I run into the same people more than once, minus the few exceptions. And of course. So we felt that we were drawn to the northwest from where we were. We were quite a bit south from here, actually. And it just so happened that this group was also heading that way. And for somehow, some way, we ended up meeting back up again. And this time I didn't have a potion, but I did learn how to make wine. Would you like some?
Sure.
Okay, he'll pull out. It's like a beaker of wine.
We're like, I'm gonna be like behind Gallon, just like, no.
It's quite good. Well, they said that it needed improvements, but I haven't had time, mind you, because I've been carrying them this whole way.
I'll sniff it.
It
Take a
smells
sniff.
like condensed syrup from fruit. It's alcohol. Like, it has that alcohol burn, but it smells as if somebody just took a bunch of berries and made a syrup out of them and then fermented it.
Throw in some yeast.
Yeah, throw in some yeast and it's golden.
All right, we have a cup. Or am I gonna drink out of the beaker out of me?
Right, Pepper! Pepper, we haven't done the thing! So Pepper will go over to the pack, and she just kind of like looks at everybody. You all have never witnessed anything that she's done. And then she just sits by the pack. Fine. So he'll go over to one of his, he has like wheelie suitcases, you know, the ones that stack like the toolboxes that are like big and square. Yeah. So he has one of these. He just kind of like turns it around, opens one of them up, reaches in and brings out a cup, and he'll pour you some, and it's a small cup. And as you drink it, it is the consistency almost of syrup, and it is incredibly sweet.
Oh,
Very, very sweet. It's not bad if you love sweet, but it is like alcohol candy.
oh, it was pretty good. It's actually really good.
See? It was good. He just looks over to the rest of the group. Hey, you know what? You're missing one.
I don't think I ever tried it.
Tastes like candy.
Missing one.
Yes.
Oh, Jax?
Jax.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a little moody.
Oh,
He'll be fine. He just needs to calm down.
certainly not something that I did. Here, have some.
No, he just goes off on tangents sometimes. He's trying to find himself, you know? He's like a little lost. He came back, he thought he was a general or something.
Yes.
And then like he was confused.
But
And he just kind of doesn't know who he is, you know? So I think it's hard on him.
is he a druid? I don't think he was a druid. Right?
Yeah, but even he was confused about that at first.
That's true.
Do bears get affected by full moons
What?
as they look up at the sky, seeing
I've
if
never
it's a
seen
full
him
moon?
being affected by a full
I don't
moon.
know.
It's not a full moon. No, because he doesn't have lycanthropy, and that's not really a thing anyway. Have you ever actually, tried to support him in any way, as friends do?
Well, I mean, he's a little rough around the edges. It's a little hard to talk to the guy, you know? Doesn't
Yeah.
really seem to make too many connections with things, except for things we don't know about, or he doesn't know about. Well, very confusing. He's very mysterious.
You know what goes a long way?
But he is
A
our
hug?
friend, so
A
we
hug.
should.
Wow.
Yeah.
I nailed that one.
I don't think he's quite typed for hugs.
He's not a huggy kind. He's a bear. I don't think bears like hugs.
You ever heard of a bear hug?
Oh shit, you're right. I just thought that was, a myth.
No, it's true.
I didn't think bears liked hugs.
He
The
loved-
legend of the bear hug.
The legend of the bear hug. So,
And who would want to hug a bear anyway? I'd just get eaten. I've never had a chance to hug a bear that wouldn't eat me.
so Galen suddenly appears in front of you, kneels down, and wraps you in the biggest hug. And you being so small and him being so incredibly large, you pretty much disappear within his arms and fur, his beautifully grooved fur. And he just like gives you as much as you can handle squeeze. And you can feel his voice rumbling in his chest. This is what it is. I can't do it as good as a bear, but feels kind of nice, doesn't it?
I mean, you're furry enough. So it is kind of a bear hug without the eating.
He'll gently like put you back down. Sure.
Oh,
I appreciate the hug.
yeah.
I needed that. I'm still thinking about being squished against the ceiling.
Oh, right. The Amrosi thing. The dream thing.
Yeah. You know a lot more than you're letting on, mister.
Yeah. That is true.
Y'all,
So what's your next?
Mine, kind of feeling east.
East.
You're feeling east, or that's the way we should go?
No, I'm feeling east.
East.
Are we
Feeling
going
that,
with
huh?
you by choice or no?
Do we get carried again?
No,
Oh,
I feel east.
that's a lot easier to travel. It's a lot easier to travel when you just wake up and you're somewhere.
True, true.
You know. Just
I
saying.
don't think we should investigate this place before we leave, though.
Yes, yes. I haven't been here in so long. Are we far away from like the entrance?
Where's the Keenson at?
The Keenson are technically in suspension.
No, the
Yes.
one that was with Sully.
Oh,
was
he's
the-
here.
Then Uncle Ron then.
Yeah, he's here. He's just
Yeah.
enjoying this. He has not been on Avonvon in going on 8 years now.
Yes.
So he's just enjoying whatever this is that is happening.
Yeah. I'll go over to him and I'll say,
You've been able to spend the last 2 months with him.
yes, but
Yeah.
I miss him so much. I want to spend every single moment. Like,
Of course.
oh, finally home, Uncle. This is home.
Seems a little empty, doesn't it?
It does. Very empty. It's very sad.
I'll just wander over to both of them. Hey, what you guys talking about?
Oh, we're just reminiscing, I guess.
About what?
Well, I mean, it used to be more lively here. I always loved being here.
Roll insight for me.
Okay.
Soli, you also roll insight.
Yes.
Ooh, 11.
18.
18. You did lose. So I'm glad y'all told me because my rolls aren't coming up. So Soli,
Look at me, I don't use Chrome.
there it is. Soli, as you're talking, and you're just kind of talking about the lack of life in this area, you begin to feel it. You can feel the moisture moving with the breezes that come through here. You can hear the waterfall, but it is like this pause in the air. Even though everything is constantly changing here, it's this feeling of waiting, just a gap of movement somewhere. It's not physical, it's just there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can do something about it, but the problem mainly is that the Keenson Avenvon was not able to support all of the people that were on Avenvon, plus all of the people from Phenovis,
Yes.
plus the creatures. So we prepared for that. In a way, we didn't know what was happening, but we knew something had to go, and being my position, I went to the Keenson, and we all agreed that it should be us, instead of people randomly disappearing, or we don't know what would happen. But I'm curious if Avenvon is stable enough to hold them.
But what if the same thing happens and there's nobody else that's willing, like the rest of your kin? What then? Is this gonna be random people just disappearing?
That's the theory.
Are you saying that only a certain number of people can be on Avalon?
It's not necessarily the people, it's the kind of like how Wanderer said, it's how heavy they are. The denseness of their being. I don't really know how to explain that.
I want to start playing my music.
Dorus, do you care to pitch in on the dense topic?
Yes, it is fat elephant joke. I get it. It's fine.
Oh my
And
god.
I like ignore it and keep talking. I'm like, so you're saying that the people here are in stasis somehow or somewhere, or are they actually gone forever?
No, they're in a stasis of kinds. We have to go a little bit further up. He just kind of looks over at the Wanderer. I'm going to assume that they didn't know if it would be safe to bring you in at our home. You'll see it. It's a strange thing.
Yeah.
I would know if it is safe to bring people back here, or they not destroy the world or something else.
I'm hoping we could just know. I'm hoping we just understand that it is, but I don't have a clear answer.
Also, by the way, when we left, what happened to Mountain? Is it still there or did it explode?
You talking to Gallon?
Well, whoever. Yeah, I thought we were all standing in kind of a group.
Yeah. Well, you are. Gallon. Did you expect it to explode? We didn't really have a chance to talk. No, it didn't explode. Why? What happened?
We removed some parts of mechanism in Mountain, and we weren't sure what would happen afterwards.
It felt like I was going to explode.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a good idea to, head up. And yes. Go, please. Jack's
Gallon
ready
is
to-
telling us to get out of here. Is that what he's saying?
Go up. He said go up. Like into where Wolfden Falls town, like city, is located.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he didn't know what happened. Nobody explained to him what happened. So now that he's learned that, he's telling you to go to whatever may be up there. What are you doing, Jax?
After it looks like Puds is content, I'm going to pick him up and then start heading back to the group.
Okay. So you would arrive back about the end of this conversation as they're talking about if the mountain exploded. And suddenly Gallon's, demeanor changes just ever so slightly as he feels a sense of urgency for you guys to continue traveling up.
He definitely knows more than he's letting on, but I don't know how to ask him what he's thinking about.
Not that he'd give you the information anyway.
Right. I don't know what words to say to unlock him to tell me what the fuck's going on.
I fucking love Gallon so.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, you can always do the detect thoughts thing.
Yeah, Dor starts putting away his notes and his map, and he's like, "Well, we can get running when as soon as Jax gets back here." But
Yeah, as you're gathering everything and you look up, there's Jax.
oh, he's already up above us.
No, he's just there. Like,
Oh, okay. Is Zane still here? Is Zane still here too?
do a perception check.
$12.
You start hearing a little bit of thunder somewhere.
I turn around to where he was last, and I'm like, Zane,
Yeah.
do you think you could do favor? Oh.
Little bit of rumbling somewhere.
Yep.
Well, I want to pull out my flute, my pan flute, and I want to start playing my song.
Okay.
Just because this is another sad place. And I just want to see what happens.
Okay. Here. Before I go to that point, Jax, I want to give you a chance to do a Jax thing.
Without saying anything to anybody, just walk right up to Pepper and then pull out my little cup that I got. Just gonna nod at her.
You just get like this overwhelming sense of, oh my god, gratitude. And she quickly runs a circle around you, just kind of rubbing up against you, and then goes and sits down and very delicately starts to drink. And then she just loses her shit and starts slurping it down. It's gonna take her a hot second.
Well, we'll leave you with that as we investigate up there.
You're going to use Tales from Beyond?
I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm curious.
Gallon will walk over as everybody is gathering their stuff. That was very kind of you.
That to me?
Yeah.
Okay. You said walked over. She deserves it. She does a lot.
Yes, she does, doesn't she? She might be a little underappreciated. That was very kind. He's gonna quickly go over and try and grab you and hug you.
It's the least I could do to show my... not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Come on.
If you value those fingers, being able to make your little concoctions, you're gonna take a step back.
It would be better if you were a bear.
What?
Bear hugs.
Is there like a natural gas leak around here or something?
I was wondering same thing, but I think it's just them being them.
I've never heard of these bear hugs before.
I have no idea what you're all talking about.
Gallon walks over to you and just tries to grab you in a big hug. Are you gonna let him hug you?
No.
I don't know if you remember ever being hugged, unless you and your friend were like close enough and open enough to give hugs.
Possibly.
Possibly, yeah. So he would go, and he's huge, right? So he would go and just wrap his body around you, and it's just like this warm fuzziness of Leonin. Good, right?
I must say, I do not have a good track record with cats. As like I instinctively pull out a dagger from my belt.
Huh. It wasn't me, was it? I bet they didn't hug you. He will give everybody a hug who lets him. He's a hugger.
Yeah, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
You disappear. It's just pink hair out the top of his arms. And he looks over to Dorus. Come on.
I give him the awkward side shoulder hug thing. And I'm like, if I know anything about you, I know that we'll see you again soon.
That's not supposed to happen.
And yet,
Still does. You should be glad I like you. Otherwise, this would be a whole different scenario, wouldn't it? Well, good luck on your travels. Enjoy your climb. It's actually quite nice. Just this whole place smells lovely. What do you think?
It does.
quite refreshing, yes.
And I missed our break, guys. I am so sorry. I know. We'll go a quick break. As you make your way up.
Yeah. That sucks.
I know. It's my, Anyway. Okay. Big stretch. We're good.
Yep.
So, Galen gives everybody, anybody who will let him, a big hug goodbye. And him and Pepper seem to be, kind of getting things in order as Rondon and Soli lead you out of this area, which seems to be, if you were to have lived on this mountain, this would be a place that you would probably try to visit frequently, just because of the beauty and the peace of this one area with this singular waterfall, just because of the heavy mist. It's just a really interesting area. So they kind of lead you out and you find yourself on a game trail, and then suddenly you're at what looks to be a massive staircase that goes up the side of the mountain.
Yes.
It looks to have been beautifully crafted. Of course, right now there's quite a bit of debris, as nobody has visited this place in a very long time. Some people still come up here, as you guys know from the library of the collective library of Mazen. That some people too still come up here to just see what they can find, if there's anything to see, if anything has changed. I believe you had even read or listened to from the tablets a story of somebody who come up here and it just felt like everything was paused. But it's a long trek up.
It is.
It is a long trek up, and the steps themselves change between carved into the mountain to what looks like placed rock within the soil of the side of the mountain, and you pass multiple different areas where the water just cascades off the side. EOA, for you, it would be an experience that you have never, ever had. The amount of moisture in the air here, even within Mazend Hollow. Mazend Hollow was very humid, and there was constant clouds and storms rolled in almost every day. But here, it's almost as if you're swimming through the air. The moisture is so heavy from the waterfalls.
Yep.
You continue to hear thunder. Dorus, you would be, listening for it. And the higher you climb, the louder it gets. And it's not... Y'all have been through a lot worse. This climb is nothing compared to the climb in Zobreka, right? It's a little wearing. It's a little exhausting. But you do eventually make it closer to the top. And you begin to see landmarks. They are pillars that just kind of are on either side of the stair of these steps. And each set of pillars is a different creature. Now, these are based off of the creatures that the peoples of Avenvon are based off of. So it would be the porcupines, and then it would be the wolf, or not the wolves, but the foxes, and then the ferrets, and it just continues up as you go. And slowly and surely, other things start being added to where these pillars are. There's carved stones and what looks like groupings of just stones stacked on top of each other, where people have come through and just kind of marked their place in the history of Wolfden Falls. And then, as you come around one of these corners, past the trees that continue up this mountainside, you see this grand entrance, which should be connected to walls, but it's not. It is just an entrance. It's like a portal passage onto the what's home of the Keenson. You walk through and you see that it is intricately carved, and there are multiple different types of gems set in the relief. Now solely that you have had history with this, the relief on it is technically what you would see as similar to Malaar. There's the floating islands, and you see these stones, not even rough cut, just these raw points of stones set in to show where the floating crystals that are on the base of the floating islands are. Just different groups of crystals in the strange trees, the dragons even. And you always just thought it was like this mythical place that just kind of welcomed you into the mystery of the Wolf Den Falls. You pass by and everything kind of stops. The movement of the wind. You look over and you see a waterfall. And you expect it kind of, past this grand opening in this open area where there's these tall buildings throughout, up into the side of the mountain. And off to the side, it looks like there was this once waterfall that just cascaded in, and you can see now where the canals for the fresh water of the town would be running. There's water, and there's a mist hanging in the air, and it kind of makes it hard to see the waterfall behind it. But the sound isn't echoing towards you. There's no rumble from this specific waterfall. You kind of still hear, that slight rumble from around. The mist from it just hangs there, covering the waterfall itself. And there is no sound except for the distant rumbling of thunder. The air feels heavy, not with the moisture this time, but you breathe in and it's like you're sucking through a straw. Well, welcome home, I guess.
Yeah. Welcome home. It feels dead here.
It's just
There's
waiting.
no life here. I don't like it.
Does it look run down at all, or does it look pretty well kept up? Like, does it look decayed is what I'm asking.
Not at all. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm picturing it in my head. Where you would expect, if a place had been empty for 7 years, there would be natural debris that would be from the plants around, especially in such a heavy forested and heavy, there's a lot of fauna here. Flora. There's a lot of flora here. It doesn't even seem as if the trees themselves that are almost centerpieces of some of the areas as you walk through have gone through the seasons. There's not a massive collection of years of leaves on the ground. It's odd.
I look over at the two that are familiar with this place, and I'm like, was it always like slow in here like this, or was this new as well?
It's just the stasis.
Well, I suppose. Oh, that's Galen. Sorry. I suppose there's nothing left to do. Then see what we can see.
Yeah.
Let's go to the inner chambers. Solia, I've never seen the inner chambers, but for some reason I feel like you'll probably be a little familiar with the setup.
Oh yeah.
From what you told me of Maze End and the first one's temple.
Yes.
But let's see what there, at least you guys can see what there is to see. I can't perceive it. So it'll take you through the strangely empty town. And you notice as you walk through, it's a large place. There was probably 70,000 people plus that lived here. It's just a sprawling city that works its way up as you're constantly walking on an incline, a few steps here and there to make your way to what you see now is ruins within the mountain. They are old. There is many parts that you know would no longer be accessible or safe to be in, to live in, to work in, whatever that looks like. You see massive caves up, or openings up higher than where the city itself is. And so Lee, you would know that far, 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 far in the past, in the time of the first ones, that those used to be the ways that the dragons could get into the mountain. But of course, it's been, thousands of years since they've been on this on Avonvon itself. Most of them have been collapsed in on or covered by erosion. Many of them have plants growing kind of in and out of them, roots wrapped around the edges from these massive trees. So you make your way over, and the first thing you realize is that it's very similar to Chris from Maze End. You get the same feeling of the layout of the area, and you walk beneath where this area was probably once beautifully carved from the mountain itself, but it seems that most of the outer walls have crumbled. However, a lot of the inner walls remain intact, whereas they did not in Chris. You see reliefs of different arcanic symbols and mosaics, paintings, a map that was just at one point beautiful and vibrant on one of these walls. It's a little bit different than what you see now, or what you're familiar with here on the island of Rallios. Been a long time since I've said that word. But he takes you through, and it's a strange, comfortable though wary feeling. And just before you get to the back wall, where you see everything is still intact, and there's this massive double door with beautiful metalwork all the way around it. And Rondon is walking over there quietly, contemplatively. And behind you, you hear a rip. As if the sound of tearing fabric. You turn around and you see that the air itself is being torn apart like a wound. 4 massive arms reach through and begin tearing at it from 4 different points.
Oh.
Cold air pours out with a terrible, pungent smell.
Oh.
Jax, you know this smell very well. It is the pungent smell of a room and metal tools, stone floors, all having been scrubbed by the strongest antiseptic possible. You hear a voice come through as this creature is ripping its way. Jork, Zu Razvir. Jax, you immediately stop. As if waiting. Luke Makanta, Drashu Mizatsu. I'm going to send you the translation, and you tell me what you do. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, what were the arms looking like again?
That is the arms. Man, it is.
You said there was 4 arms, but
there are
were they
4
like
arms. It is
like human looking arms, or like claw type things, or?
It is. As the tear becomes more like opens more and more and more, it's this strange gray light that illuminates. And you begin to realize how sick and grotesque these arms are.
Oh.
It is the worst iteration of a Frankenstein monster
Yeah.
type thing. Many of the fingers are different on all of the arms. Some of them have 2 elbow joints, and one of them looks like if it didn't once had digits, they've all been fused into a spike.
Whoa.
And it is very fast. It just grabs it and tears as this voice filters through. And as its body emerges, it has a face ish. It looks to have been partially melted.
Ugh.
And one of its eyes is covered with flesh. The majority of it is not clothed, but the skin looks as if it's been stitched or magically fused with different types of creatures, not from just Avenvon, but also Phenovis, over and over and over again. You see an eye just sitting right within its clavicle, and a couple of rips kind of on one side of its like bulbous misshapen chest. And the creature breathes in, and you see these openings ripple, and it roars in y'all's face as it pushes down the tear with its foot, and multiple other smaller creatures come through. And it's gonna come for everybody. EOA. What's your initiative? I got everybody else.
I got a 14.
14. All right. Yes, you did have a long rest. Make sure you would have had multiple long rests, or just one big one. I don't know how that works. Jax, what you doing?
I got a 14 as well. Am I able to act before the initiative roll though?
What's your dex?
It automatically does it, so it's Jax and Sully.
Okay.
No, I got a 14 also.
So it's you, bad guy, Jack, Sully, all at 14. Yeah. EOA will go first after everybody else. Or those that got, of course. You would have a single reaction. As this creature, it's not even a full round, right? It's just this creature rips, steps, and comes through as others just pour out. Smaller creatures, also some of them just disjointed limbs attached to a ball.
Okay. How are we standing right now? Like, where is everyone situated?
I would assume Soli was probably close to Rondon as he was making his way towards this doorway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nemu was probably like flying from like wall to wall, inspecting everything, as everything here is ancient.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah, I would definitely be
And talking the whole
super
time.
distracted. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would imagine, I don't know, Dorus, EOA? Would y'all just be following along? Would y'all be distracted and interested in things?
I'd probably be looking at the various architecture, seeing if there's like any runes or anything.
Yeah. So everybody's just doing their own inspections. But I mean, it's not like everybody would be very far away, right? Rooms are not that big. So, it depends on who you would be closest to, really.
Would I be able to basically step between Soli and the rest of the group?
I would say Rondon is in front of her, maybe 5 or 10 feet. And then everybody else is spread out, no more than like 20 feet from you. But if you put yourself between Soli and the group, then Rondon would be at her back. If you put yourself between her and Rondon, then she would be closer to everybody else. And the portal just rips in the center of all of this. So we don't have to do movement or anything.
What's it smell like?
It's antiseptic.
If I'm gonna message you because I don't know the placement of stuff to see if this thought is going.
I mean, it's theater of mind. You just make stuff up.
I'm trying to think. Well, he's got.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is this like a surprise round, or you said we have like a reaction or something?
He's got a completely different thing going on.
Depends if that's possible.
Not with a reaction, but you can take a step. Try and position. Let me.
Yeah, so that's just gonna be me then. It's just positioning. If I can't do any main actions.
Can I activate my sand stride?
He didn't really get a. Okay, so this is kind of how I imagine it. This is the door that y'all are heading into. The one closest to it is Rondon. The next person is Soli.
Yep.
This pillar would be covered in a bunch of different types of runes, anyway. So I put you there as you're walking around, and then Nemu with his little wings. Jax would be, I'll put you right here, Jax. Dorus, where would you be?
I think probably also trying to inspect the runes and maybe like copy them down into a notebook or something.
All right, with EOA?
Yeah, or one of the pillars or whatever, yeah.
You want EOA or Nemu?
Iwa. Since he's a Rooney boy.
Yep. And all right. So you'll be able to do what you're trying to do, and then this is the exit here. Okay. So top of the round, Dorus.
Do I have any inkling through smell or through just knowledge of like when I rose those pigs from the dead, that these might be undead?
Not undead.
Okay. Ruins my plan. I need to put.
Remind me to put more undead stuff in front of you.
Are they like visibly hostile? Like, are they rushing at us, flailing or screaming or doing anything weird? All of the above?
Oh yeah. The creatures, like the big creature is holding the portal open as the little ones are coming through and still like trying to push it open as much as possible. The little ones are just scrambling to everybody. They are not picky. The big one hasn't picked his target yet.
Okay, I will Death's Embrace the two nearest little ones that are coming at me. If they're within 5 feet of each other, I can do 2.
Okay.
Oh, and I rolled a nat 1, so 8 to hit.
Nope, sorry.
So then I will run around the side of the pillar to try and get some stone between me and them if I can.
Okay. Absolutely. So you guys know. That's my map so far. Just so I can keep track because there's crazy stuff.
And I will bonus action call spirits of the dead flitting around me suddenly appear, and they're just like floating in a sphere around me. I'm casting Spirit Shroud around me.
Okay. So as you cast your spell, this black smoke appears, and it's almost like a splash at these two creatures as they separate and move around it and dart towards you, Dorus. But of course they're going to take a bite at Eoway first because he's in the way. So
I'm a snack in the way of their meal.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. 16 plus so 22, 24.
Those 24. Will hit.
I think this is because of I got beyond 20 and it's slowing everything down. Unless my shit needs another update, and it's the case. Okay.
I didn't have any problems with beyond 20.
That is 20 points of damage.
Wow.
One of them comes in and these strange limbs, some of them have claws, others are literally just like it's not even like a fleshy limb, it's more like an insect limb. And it just tries to crawl over you, trying to get over to whoever like threw this black smoke at it. And as it does, it's just biting into you and clawing all over, and it does 20 damage. Eoway, it is your turn.
Okay, so this thing is like crawling over me.
Yeah, it's the size of a large dog. So
I will take my 2 swords and like stab up into it.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
That'll do it.
And a 25.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I forget what dice I need. Okay. So, 14. I don't know. And 5. Slashing damage. So 19.
19 total?
19.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and just... Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Does it have like a head?
This one? No. Sorry.
I'm gonna bite into it somewhere.
Okay.
This
So-
is probably not gonna end well.
It's good. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, I wasn't really feeling the bite on that one, and I just back out at the last minute.
Yeah, so you go to clamp your claws around it, and as its body is like shifting around you, you see like multiple mouths now just chittering in your face. And you're like, no.
I
no.
rolled the 12.
That'll do it.
Oh, that hits it.
No.
Oh.
But that'll
That'll miss.
Yeah. The next one. It's okay. The next one, while you're wrapped up with that one, is going to run around you. You will get an attack of opportunity, but it's going towards Horus as it sees its friend is in your face. Do you want to take attack of opportunity?
How many other guys is it? How many other creatures?
You can do a quick perception check.
That was not. 15.
15. You saw maybe half a dozen of these creatures. You can't be sure. All in
I'll
different
let it by.
shapes and forms.
I'm currently reluctant to bite into this one. I'm probably distracted.
Okay. So this one is going to try and climb. Fuck. Highest is 14.
Was that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hit, but they're on top of me now.
So that one, you see it run. You see it run. You see Eoway's tail, right? And this one skims around Eoway, and as Eoway's tail tries to come around and hit it, he just kind of slides under it and leaps off the ground and tries to attach to you. You can put your shield up in the way, and all you hear is the chittering of different types of teeth. Actually, speaking of teeth,
Ugh.
Eoway, roll wisdom saving throw.
Beautiful.
This one. So you pull up your shield, and you hear all of these different types of scratches and thuds on the other side, and the smashing of the creature's body against the shield as it's trying to get to you. It's not able to, though.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6. There are some teeth in here. Man, if they don't get shattered, they are upgrades. You can restring that shit, and there is even one that has a tiny gem in it. It's
I'm just as I was about to bite, I just notice it and just get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
And just give it an eye.
It's oh, you're fancy, Jax.
All right. So
Is that backwards for you guys?
that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but
that is close enough. Yeah.
I am going to. I don't know where people are
Can
going
you
to
picture that
fall
actually
in.
and drop it in the Discord?
I don't know where people are going to fall in it based on spaces, but am I within that 20 feet of the tear?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to put my hand down on the ground, and then as I lift it, there is going to be a 20-foot circle wall of fire that emits out of the ground.
Where does
That
it
is
go?
so cool.
Where does it go,
So-
Jax?
It is between Soli and what's his name?
Rondon?
Rondon. And then circling around, it goes through who's ever down to our right, probably. And then around the tear. So inside the tear is just me and Soli.
So within this circle of flame, you see the tear, the rift, Soli, Jax, and the giant creature are no longer within your line of sight.
And whoever that hits is going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Huh? No, in Avon. Let's see. That is going to be Rondon. That is going to be Eoway. And some of the creatures. Oh, okay.
I'm getting hit by the flames.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The heat is on the outside. Oh wow. Of course, as I'm rolling for saving throws for the creatures, they all rolled 19s and 20s. But not Rondon. Okay,
And what
and
about
another 19.
you, EOA?
I also got a 19.
Okay.
It's Dex, right?
Yes. So that's 28 damage, halved if you passed it.
Alright, so Rondon takes 28.
Ouch.
And, yep.
And then I am going to bonus action, change shape.
Okay.
Into a giant elk.
Okay. Movement?
That's it.
Okay. You're gonna stay there?
Yep.
Okay. Soli,
Yes.
you are now separated. Rondon disappeared on the other side of this wall of flame. You turn around and Jax is there as this giant elk. Behind him, you see the rift and this massive creature standing there. Just finished tearing this portal open as wide as he wanted it to, apparently, and is stepping in. However, everything else has disappeared behind this wall of flame.
Did
What
I
are you gonna
hear? Did I hear Rondon scream? Okay.
You would have heard a grunt. He doesn't scream. He's the
Okay.
sentinel.
That's true. All right. That was a bit careless, Jax. Right, so I'll focus and like start the breathing technique that Kai teach me.
Okay.
And then from there, in the ground, fire starts to appear. Almost like in a circle.
Awesome. So here is Jax. Here is you.
Yeah.
These little creatures have moved on, but here's the portal and the big guy. That is the only creatures you see.
Okay, and the wall of fire is like the kind of...
That's the big circle. Yeah.
That's a big circle. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Who are you aiming the fire at?
How many do I see?
Just
How
the
many?
big one right now.
Perfect.
A few of the small ones got stuck within the ring of fire.
Yeah. All right. So the big baddie has to do a. Let's see. What is it? Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. What is the number?
So you reach down and it's a balance of pulling flame from this ring of fire as well as lifting up your own. This flame erupt right before the flame erupts, you can feel the heat building. This creature and its many mouths open and begin to whisper. and your spell dies.
What the hell? That will freak me out. I am going to step away.
Okay,
And,
there's flame at your back. There's fire at your back. Yeah. You're kind of stuck in this ring with the big guy and Jax as an elk.
Well then, I can't do anything else, right? I'm like,
I don't know. Do you have any bonus actions? I'm not familiar with your new character sheet.
well,
Click on bonus actions.
I got 2 weapons,
all-
not really. 2 weapon fighting and converse.
She was always
Yeah, it's sad times. No.
okay.
Can't do it. Yeah.
So you can position yourself to be between the creature and Jax if you're like, oh shit, I hit a button. You can position yourself between like the wall of flame and Jax, and so the creature like you have a little bit of cover from
Alright.
the creature.
Okay. I'll do that.
As the creature finishes its whisper and begins stepping out, button. It looks around and doesn't see anything but the elk. And who did he have appointed? He away. He was looking. It's gonna follow some of the smoke that went after the. Okay, so what is the save to go through the wall? It's a dex, right?
Yeah, 14 to go through.
Okay. So, you want to roll up some damage? It's going to take half.
$15 damage.
So this creature doesn't see you as a threat for some reason. Solely. It just makes a beeline towards where Eoway and Dorroos's direct location is.
Oh, actually, the creature won't take any damage
Okay.
because it's only from one side of the fire.
Oh, but he's
takes
stepping
it.
onto the other side. He's walking through it.
Yeah, but I think he should be fine though.
No, he'll still take damage.
I believe if you're passing through it, you'll take damage.
Yeah. When you enter it for the first time.
Okay.
Because we just used that in last session. So he steps through, and Jax, you watch one of his. I don't know if you would even be watching. Soli, one of his arms that is incredibly long and like 2 elbows, strange joints. He's just kind of dragging behind him, and you see it disappear behind the wall of flame. He doesn't seem to make any noise. And suddenly, Eoway, this creature just emerges from the fire, not seeming phased at all. And,
How big is it?
A good
on the
8.5.
size?
So
like
he'd
a
be
large
large.
creature?
Yeah, he's large. And it's going to start whispering.
I don't think I can take a reaction to cover my ears.
No. And he just looks pointedly at you. And you just hear multiple whispers. Nemu.
That's not concerning.
So he stepped through it, right?
He did step through it.
Let me pull up the map real quick. Because I'm on the back end, I think.
So he goes. Okay. Now stand. He's the star.
Yeah, I was at the very back, right? Okay, and then the big guy is. I have direct line of sight to him now, right?
You would have to shift a little bit. He's on the other side of a pillar.
Okay, all right.
Trying to take a screenshot.
Yeah, I'll kind of shift that direction then. First of all, I did my song, so I can use that now. Can I see? With the song I did, can I see? I could see what's his name, right? Yue.
Yes, once you shift, yes.
Okay, I'm going to give him the bonus. He gets 5 temporary hit points, and then he can then give 5 temporary hit points to somebody else.
Oh wow. Okay.
I can make that choice right now.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to Doru since he's next to me.
Okay, there we go. So you each get 5 temporary hit points, and then I'm going to. Oh man. Get that off my screen.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna. Ah, shit. I don't know if I should do this given the nature of this creature. I'm going to assume he's fucking resistant to necrotic damage. Or fucking straight up immune. I don't want to do that. Go away. Alright, can I see him and then one of the small ones as well?
Yes, there's actually 2 small ones.
Okay. I'm gonna send a bolt after the big guy, and then I'm gonna send a bolt towards one of the small ones as well. I'm gonna twin chaos bolt.
Okay.
At 4th level. Alright, let's see. So the first one, Jesus Christ, 12 to hit. That won't hit. And then 9 to hit. So none of them hit. So I'm done. That's my turn. I'm just gonna stay there because I don't really feel like I need to move.
Okay.
Are you within 10 feet of the wall?
I wouldn't have moved, so if it was put up next to me, I guess maybe, but...
So you just moved this way, right?
Yeah, I just shifted, behind the pillar so I had line of sight.
Plus,
So-
if Nemu flies, he can just avoid the fire.
Yeah, well, he's far enough away.
Well-
He would just move against the wall. Get in line of
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out the wording in that spell because it says on the chosen side, anything within 10 feet of it is within range of taking damage.
Yeah.
So that's how, and then it goes up 20 feet. So it depends how tall the ceilings are in here.
So would the damage have been facing inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Outwards.
Outwards, okay.
Yeah, the creature is happily standing in the fire.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't have moved in to hurt myself.
No.
Especially-
You are a good distance away.
Especially given, like, that we just dealt with this spell not long ago.
Yeah.
So,
That didn't
not that our
burn.
characters did, but, the other ones did.
Uh,
yeah,
You
I'm
have
done.
memory of fire. That's all you remember.
Yeah, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, yeah, finally I roll well, 16.
Nice.
My ear beans keep falling out. I need my normal headphones. I'm getting my normal headphones on. This is driving me
Yeah.
crazy.
So this creature, you hear a grunt on the other side of the flame, Soli, where you know Rondon is. and then you hear him growl and a tearing of flesh. Dorus, it is your turn.
Alright, I got this little guy, just one guy on me, right?
Yeah, so far.
On my shield, kind of, and I reach up with my trunk over the top of the shield, and I try and like grab its arm or grab around its neck or something if I can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on it.
Okay.
Frick. 10 to hit.
Sorry.
Then I will. Yeah, I'll do nothing. I'll save and just continue like trying to hold at bay against my shield.
So
Okay.
there's the two of us with the pillar behind us, two creatures like tackling on top of us, and then there's this giant creature over us.
Whispering. Mm-hmm. Dorus, I need you to make a saving throw of wisdom.
Block the ears.
27.
Holy shit. Okay. The creature on EOA is going.
I would rather have the nat 20 on a hit, honestly.
Okay. EOA, this creature is going to attack you.
This will be the end, Dorus. I will die here.
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that the large one or the small one?
Just the small one.
Okay.
It only hit you once. 10 damage.
Okay.
So, as you're continually, you're shifting around trying to keep this one tooth in your vision, and it's just clawing and clawing and clawing and biting at you, and you're just like hyper focused. And its first bites, you're like, oh, and then it pierces down with one of its claws, and hi, cat, and is able to pierce into your flesh a little bit. It's your turn.
I'm to the reaction of this. I'm just going to like grab it, turn huge, and like stomp on it.
Okay, make your attack.
And I want to like try to pry the tooth out of its mouth.
Okay.
Type thing.
Do you want? We can make that damage if you want to try and do that as one of your attacks. It'll just be an attack roll, and it'll be the same damage.
I'll use
be
my
fun.
sword to like bring it
Yeah.
free.
Into that one mouth with that one tooth. You're like, yeah, this is the tooth.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, 19. I didn't forget about the necklace. I didn't forget about the necklace.
Like as soon as you mentioned teeth, I remember too.
Yep. All right, so 19
that'll
hits.
be 9 slashing damage,
Okay.
and then I'll make another attack. Does that free the tooth?
Yes, that would free the tooth. You hear
I'll
it
just-
ting, 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 as
Would it be an
falls.
action to pick that up?
Yeah, it would be an action to pick it up. But you can move it aside. You can put it behind you, like up against the pillar with your foot.
Okay, I'll just slide it over towards Tarus. Like,
Okay,
keep that safe.
It safe. As his tooth slides up against, like, around the pillar a little bit, you just see it's a pretty big tooth, you know, and it's got this like beautiful aquamarine gem lodged in it.
Like,
creepy.
I just give you, Dorus, a glance. Like, I'm trusting you with my life on this.
I'm just like wrestling with this thing in front of me.
Yeah, you see a tooth down below. You just look down and there's a tooth. All right, your next attack.
I'm gonna shift my focus.
Mhm.
Since I'm as large as the big guy now.
Yeah.
I want to. I don't have anything. I have a blanket. I want to shove that in its mouth.
Oh, okay.
Because it's making annoying sounds that I don't like.
It is. Okay, your save is actually supposed to be on the start of your turn. I keep forgetting that until the end of everybody's turn. So,
I rolled a 1. Not a natural one, just a 1.
a 1. So, I need you to roll a d8.
Where's my d8? I've lost my d8. 1.
What the fuck is with you in ones, man?
so you reach back, and we'll just do this at the end of your turn because it's fine. You reach back, and you're like, you have this creature under your foot, and you just snatch the bedroll from your backpack, which is just tied underneath, and you take a step forward and shove it in one of this creature's mouths, but it has a lot. And you just stop. Mouth.
Wait, it has a lot of what? Mouth? Okay, mouth. Got it.
That's a lot of mouth.
He has a lot of
It's got
mouths.
a lot of mouth.
He has a lot of mouths.
So funny.
You shove this blanket in, and the whispering continues, and you can't move.
Worked out
In this
perfectly.
position of holding a blanket in its mouth.
That worked out perfectly.
This
No.
guy
So am I paralyzed for the rest of my turn?
Yes, you are stunned.
Perfect.
Yep. This one is going to continue to try and attack Dorus. Nope. 24.
Oh, he gets multiple? Yeah, it hits.
Yeah. Yes. Big boy.
Do I get a reaction?
You're stunned. Wow, I am so sorry. That is 17.
Get a reaction when you're fucking stoned, bro.
No, I is in contest. Never mind. Never mind. Like
So,
there was a condition within the condition, and that confused me.
Oh,
so that is 17 damage for you. And then it's Jax's turn. What are you doing, Jax? Buddy old pal.
come on, Jaxie boy.
I am going to kind of Sully's behind me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my head to look at her, kind of go down onto my to like one knee, and then I kind of like move her or motion my head over to like get on, and then hold my turn.
Okay. Sully, you're gonna get on?
Yep.
Okay, so it is your turn, Sully. So for your movement, you can. I don't want to say the word.
What's what? Get on the back of Jax?
Thank you.
Okay, I didn't know where you were going with that.
The word is what you do with a horse, or a. Anyway.
Oh, mount Jax.
Yeah, mount Jax.
Get on the back of it.
Serious moment here. Get on the back of
I
Jax.
believe you're the only one that made it wrong.
I know.
Seriously.
I can't help it. Y'all do that to me. Just turn into a middle school boy. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is what you do best. All right. So, anything else you're going to do, Sully, after you get on the back of Jax?
Oh. It whispered and it destroyed my spell. But
Yeah.
try it again.
Okay, you can't see the creature, but that
Oh,
doesn't matter because it's a save. What does the spell say? Do you have to be able to see the creature? What spell is it?
Scorching Ray.
Okay, so, you can make an attack roll. You can make attack rolls with disadvantage. You know where he stepped through. You saw him go through. So you can make attack rolls with disadvantage. What level are you doing at?
3. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
9.
roll disadvantage 2 more times.
Okay. And again. 14.
Dude, our rolls tonight fucking suck.
14
Oh my
does not
God.
hit. You can try one
So
more at
bad.
disadvantage. Come on.
No.
Wow, our rolls are so bad tonight.
Okay.
I've had one turn and I whiffed on both of my fucking so bad.
Okay, I forgot again at the beginning of your turn. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. 15.
Roll a d8.
Okay.
Does the noise of the firewall block it somehow?
I don't believe there's any noise to it. A
5.
5. It's only 1 to 8. So after you throw your scorching ray through the wall of fire, you don't hear all you can hear is this overwhelming whispering, and suddenly your body begins to shake, and you don't hear anything hit. There is no sound of the fire hitting against this creature or any other creature. And you lean down and wrap your arms around Jax
Oh.
and just whisper, "Go, go." You are frightened of that creature and want to get as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Jax, you are holding your turn?
Well, hearing that, I'm gonna stand up and run straight into the tear.
Okay.
Sacrificial bear.
Oh no, he's a
Moose.
He's a giant elk.
Feed it to the elk gods.
Someone's finally gonna get run over by a moose.
I'm telling you.
Nemu, it is real.
I told you, you gotta watch out for those Mises.
Okay, within
Blue sky?
range. This doesn't say a place that you can see. As soon as you step through, everybody hears, "Welcome. It's been so long. What do you call yourself now?" And everybody feels an in-breath, a massive in-breath of air as the flame wall and almost all of the air in this room are sucked in. And you hear a... and the portal closes behind Jackson Soli.
Whoa.
And that's where we're going
Great.
to end.
Oh, we are so
Great.
screwed.
We gain one person back and then lose two again. Motherfucker. God damn it.
Portal time.
Portal time. You say it like you're so excited. Like eating popcorn or something over there. It's portal time, bitches.
Portal time.
Oh my god, that timing worked out perfect. Jax,
Oh man. Jax, what have you done? You crazy
I
elk
bow
moose.
to you. That was beautiful.
That was incredible.
That was
You just
beautiful.
killed us all,
So-
man.
So dead. The rest of us, who knows? Probably dead.
We're dead for sure.
We're dead. We're dead.
No.
Existence is pain.
We're all dead.
It would be such an
Existence
issue.
is pain.
It would be such an issue if we hadn't rolled so poorly on all of our attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
rolled a
have done
natural
literally
20 at the
nothing.
beginning.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna use magic missile just because, like, you know, it's a you know, for sure gonna hit, right? But I also have the ability to heal, which I'm tempted. So I was gonna use withering, whatever it's called. Wither and bloom.
Here's something fun for everybody left behind.
Would you not fucking interrupt me, woman? Damn.
Ari's laughing from the living room. She was just like, ha!
Yeah, but I was pretty sure, like, being resistant. I'm pretty sure they're resistant to necrotic damage. I mean, come on, right? But that would have done damage to it and then healed. I wanted to heal Yahweh or Dorus.
Yahweh.
Yahweh's so fucked.
Okay, so Dorus knows they're not undead.
I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So I'll next week I'll start busting out some shit.
Yes.
I'll go straight up wah mode.
I'm still somehow not at bloodied yet. Somehow.
Yeah, they had really shit attack rolls the next round. Before I want to make sure to respect everybody's moment.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I would never interrupt you.
We've all been around each other for a really long time. You can't lie like that.
I just had to throw it back at you because you tell me all the time
I
about
know.
interrupting, and you did the same thing to me. So I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry.
That feels bad. Don't do that.
Yes, it does. Okay, so everybody left as the portal closes.
Yeah.
You hear, after the pop, a crash of thunder. And the air, sorry,
The creatures went with it too?
No.
Okay.
The air fills with electricity and static. Those that have hair, none of you, never mind. Doris would have a little bit of hair.
Yeah, I have a tiny bit of spiky hair.
Yeah. You feel it begin to you have feathers. Did they get staticky?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess feathers can. I think they can stick to stuff with static, right? So.
Yeah, there you go. So your feathers just begin fluffing and lifting. Dorus, you feel your hairs. What? Yes, I'm borrowing a page. It's okay. Give me a minute. Begin to lift, and you hear a scream of anger from Zane. And his voice is carried on this thunder. This is why. He should have tried. You should have been here days ago. The Wanderer. Fucked this. And you two. And you get the idea that he's speaking to Gallon and Pepper. Nothing but disturbance, trouble, and vexation. Vexation. Just another word for trouble. It's Zane. Okay, and then that's where we'll end.
Wow.
Firefly mad.
Yeah.
Angry. Well, he's kind of he's been on our side the entire time, right? So he obviously wants us to fulfill something.
Well, and he's pissed that the Wanderer came in and took this over, and it sounds like this apparently was woven to happen before you were put to sleep, not when you had Soli with you. So, anyway.
So Soli came back and then immediately dies. Perfect session.
Yeah.
Couldn't have gone any better than that.
I love it. It was fun. I'm so glad you're back, Amelia. It's
Yeah.
great.
I loved it. This was amazing.
Where did you get the idea to run through it? To run into the portal? I would have
He
never
can't
had that
say
idea.
anything.
Well, clearly he wants to die. That's why.
I'm sorry, guys, but he can't say
That's
anything
fine. No, I
about what's
understand.
going on.
I think
We'll
Dorus would
find
just be really
out.
confused why that happened, but
Yeah.
Turn your confusion into spell slots attacking the massive guy.
I've already blown two and they did jack.
I know.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Anyway.
I tried tackling it with a blanket and that got nowhere.
That
Yeah.
was so
blankets.
good.
Who would have thought attacking a creature with a blanket would have been ineffective? Who would have thought? You've got a sword at your side.
Oh, he's just
What's
trying
your
to
boy?
stop the whispers, I think is
I
what
was
he's doing.
trying to stop the
Was his
ear
mouth
bleeding.
moving?
Oh, they're all moving.
The mouths?
I didn't realize
There's
I had
4 or
multiple
5 of
mouths.
them.
He was panicked.
The mountains.
Oh shit.
The
Mouth
mouth
is so funny.
scissors.
The mouth eye.
Mouth.
The mouthy.
I mean, you can
Mouth
never
eye.
discredit too much tapestries because in Critical Role they almost all died from a rug.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
And
Fair
they
enough.
spent 5 sessions investigating a chair.
That's got to be maddening for the DM. Oh my
It
god.
was. He was pissed. He was
I
frustrated. I don't know that Matt gets pissed, but he was frustrated.
It's a fucking tire.
Yeah. And then it was just a joke amongst them all the entire freaking campaign.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Doors and chairs.
So funny.
All right. The little bit of script I have is going in y'all's script. There's some important wording in there. But of course, I'm going to in stream. Kat, thank you so much for joining us. I saw a few more lurkers in there. Sympathicus, if you're still here, love you. So glad to see you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.